According to close sources and body language experts who have been analyzing the latest public gestures and institutional choices, Princess Leonor has made a clear and decisive move to distance herself from the man once considered the royal architect of modern Spain. In doing so, she is not merely making a personal decision, she is rewriting the public narrative of Spain's royal identity. The latest signs became impossible to ignore when Leonor was offered the opportunity to engage in a ceremonial homage that would have aligned her image with her grandfather's political legacy. It was expected, perhaps even assumed, that she would honor his legacy as part of her own initiation into royal life. But to the astonishment of palace insiders and traditionalists alike, Leonor declined. Publicly, and deliberately, by refusing to take part in the homage and by rejecting the symbolic footsteps laid out by Juan Carlos, Leonor has made it abundantly clear, she will not carry the baggage of the past into her reign. She is forging a new path, one that is unburdened by whispers of corruption and privilege. She is signaling a clean slate, not just for herself, but for the entire institution. The ramifications of this decision cannot be overstated. In a monarchy that depends on continuity and family unity to legitimize its existence, a public fracture between heir and patriarch is both unprecedented and deeply unsettling. Sources close to Zarzuela Palace have hinted at growing tensions, with King Juan Carlos reportedly shocked and heartbroken by his granddaughter's stance. For a man whose final wish was to see his bloodline continue with honor and dignity, this rebuke cuts deeper than any exile. And yet, for many Spaniards, particularly the younger generations, Leonor's decision is a breath of fresh air. At just 19 years old, she has shown a clarity of purpose and moral courage that some argue her elders lacked. Social media erupted in support of her bold move, with trending hashtags like #LeonorFutureOlimpio Leonor, a clean future, dominating conversations in Spain and across Europe. Public sentiment appears to be rallying behind her, casting her as a reformer in a crown, a young woman determined to correct the missteps of those who came before her. Her relationship with her parents, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, appears to remain strong. Palace watchers note that both monarchs have subtly encouraged a redefinition of the royal brand, one built on transparency, service, and modernity. Letizia, a former journalist known for her progressive values and strong will, is said to be quietly proud of her daughter's independent thinking. Felipe, while caught in the difficult position of being both son to Juan Carlos and father to Leonor, is believed to understand the necessity of this generational shift if the monarchy is to survive long-term. The timing of Leonor's declaration is also notable. With her military training nearly complete and a series of major public engagements on the horizon, including potentially presiding over key national ceremonies, she is at a turning point. Every choice she makes from now on will not just be symbolic, it will shape the monarchy's ability to connect with the people it serves. And Leonor seems acutely aware of this responsibility. Her recent speeches reflect a growing confidence and a mature understanding of the gravity of her role. Speaking at military installations, schools, and public forums, she has emphasized unity, service, and a forward-looking vision of Spain. Not once has she invoked the name or legacy of King Juan Carlos I. This conspicuous silence speaks volumes. While palace insiders try to downplay the tension, citing natural generational differences and individual paths within the same royal tradition, there is no mistaking the deeper undercurrent of fracture. The Spanish monarchy stands at a precipice, caught between the old world of Juan Carlos and the modern vision of Leonor. And in this quiet war of symbolism, the heir has clearly won the first battle. As for King Juan Carlos, he remains in Abu Dhabi, increasingly isolated and rarely mentioned in official royal communications. His desire to return to Spain permanently has been quietly blocked multiple times by the current administration, reportedly with the support of King Felipe. Now, with Leonor's rejection, that hope appears even more remote. Observers from other European monarchies are watching closely. In an era where royals across the continent are being forced to redefine their roles and prove their relevance, Leonor's stand could become a model, or a warning. If she succeeds in reshaping the monarchy on her terms, she could emerge not only as a queen in waiting but as a reformer monarch for a new age. But if the rift with her grandfather deepens into full-blown scandal, it could revive old wounds and reignite debates about whether monarchies still have a place in the 21st century. Leonor is betting that the future belongs to those who can evolve. And she is willing to sacrifice tradition in the name of transformation. In the end, this is more than a family disagreement. It is a generational reckoning. A granddaughter refusing to inherit not only a crown, but the sins attached to it. A teenager turned leader who is trying to chart a new future for Spain while shaking off the shadows of its royal past. Princess Leonor has made her choice, and the world is watching. The question now is, how will the monarchy survive a future its past cannot follow? Would you trust a future queen who dares to defy her royal bloodline for the sake of a better legacy?